Welcome back to Learn with Chris. I am Chris. So in today's video, we're going to look at some more idioms. This will be the fourth video for idioms. And in honor of fall or autumn, which began just over a week ago, the idioms today relate a little bit to nature, or at least they have nature words in them. But to be honest, they don't really relate to nature, but they do have natural words in them. So the three idioms for today: the grass is always greener on the other side, turn over a new leaf, and reap what you sow. So let's look at these. So the first one, the grass is always greener on the other side. This comes from the idea that if you're looking at your neighbor, you look over at your neighbor's lawn, and it might look green and lush and attractive, so you're feeling a little bit jealous that maybe his lawn is better than yours. But actually, if you went up and you look closely, it probably isn't. It's probably the same as yours. So it's you're thinking that his lawn is greener than yours. So that's where the idea comes from. What it means is that people tend to feel that their own lives are not as good as other people's. So they're comparing themselves to other people's lives. So it's because a lot of people have a dissatisfaction with their own life or their own circumstances, and then they're going to look at other people and think, oh, their life is better than mine. And it's often based on envy or having just not good comparisons, like unrealistic comparisons. This is true, of course, in the common world with social media, right? In social media, we often see like the perfect life of somebody on social media, and we compare them to our own lives. And of course, our lives are not as good as the lives that we see. So this is a common idiom for the problems created by social media over the last probably 15 to 20 years. So, situation for the grass is always greener on the other side. It's when you're comparing your life to other people's and you're assuming that their life is better than yours, even though you don't really know that that's true. You don't know their life, but you're still comparing it, and you think that their life is better than yours. So an example sentence: George is always complaining about his job, thinking that his coworkers got it easy, but I told him that the grass is always greener on the other side. So again, George is comparing his working life to his coworkers, and he thinks that he has a hard time, they have an easier time, and you just tell him, well, the grass is always greener on the other side. So you're comparing your life or your work life to their work life, but you don't know whether they have it easy or not. Okay. So our second idiom, turn over a new leaf. This dates back to about 500 years, to the 16th century, where a leaf was referred to as a book in a page. So when you turn over the leaf, you're turning a new page. So you're opening to a new page. And that symbolizes a new beginning, right? Especially if you're turning to a blank page where you would need to write something new. So it's a symbolization or symbolizing a new beginning. So that's the meaning of turn over a new leaf. It's to start anew, to start fresh, to make a change in your behavior, to improve yourself, especially after a period of time when you've made a lot of mistakes or you've had a lot of bad habits. So it's kind of changing your life. You're going to turn over a new leaf and be a new person, or change your habit, something like that. So we use turn over a new leaf for that reason. It's when somebody wants to make a positive change in their life. And of course, this is associated with their decisions because they want to improve their behavior, especially if they've had bad actions, bad behaviors, or mistakes in the past. So an example sentence: after his wife divorced him because of alcoholism, Henry decided to turn over a new leaf and check himself into rehab. So rehabilitation, right? So to stop being an alcoholic. So he had to go through a lot of problems before finally he decided to make a change in his life, and that's when he turned over a new leaf. Okay. So our last example for today, idiom, is reap what you sow. This comes from farming, and to sow is to plant the seeds into the ground, into the field or the farm, and to reap is to harvest the crop after, of course, it has grown. So basically, the types of seeds that you plant will determine what type of crop you will harvest, right? So the meaning of reap what you sow is basically your actions, whether they're positive or bad or negative, good or bad actions, will have consequences, right? And the results you get is going to be based on what you put into it. So if you put in a lot of hard work, you're going to get good benefits, right? But if you do something bad, you're going to get bad results or no results at all. So this is used to kind of emphasize to people that their actions have consequences, and again, better or for worse, right? For better or for worse. It's used as a warning to people that they should be careful about their actions because their actions will have consequences, and the results will be positive or negative depending on what they do. So this goes both ways. In a negative way, reap what you sow is kind of very similar to serves you right, which was in our first. Was it in our first? I forget. But another video about idioms, we mentioned serves you right. That would be a negative version of reap what you sow. You know, you didn't put in the work, you get a bad result, you reap what you sow, right? And of course, it works in a positive way as well. If you put in a lot of work and you get a lot of benefit, you reap what you sow. So it goes both ways. So it's, in a sense, it's kind of like karma, right? So it's very similar to that. So an example sentence: John has been dishonest in his business dealings for years, and now he's reaping what he sowed as customers no longer trust him. So he is reaping what he sowed. So basically he was a bad or dishonest, lying to his customers for years, and finally all of that dishonesty is coming back, and now his customers don't trust him anymore. So in a sense, he's getting what he deserved. Okay, so that's it. 3 idioms for today, all with a natural word in honor of autumn. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in another video. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.